So approaching the boxing ring is James Chereji. 22 bouts as a professional under his belt. 19 wins, 7 of them by way of knockout, 3 losses. And the 29-year-old from Hunedoara in Romania, preparing for his second bout of 2023.
And now, please help me welcome his opponent as he fights out of the goal corner. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Russia, it's Pavel Fedorov.
Well, Pavel Fedorov was born in Russia, but transferred his allegiance to Serbia, whom he represented at the 2021 IBA World Championships at the Stark Arena in Belgrade. Lost in the second preliminary round of that global competition to the eventual silver medalist Kerem Özmen of Turkey. Here is the IBA president, Mr. Umar Kremlev.
This bout is officially scheduled for bet round of 3 minutes in a light welterweight 63.5 kg matchup. Your 5 judges being represented here tonight ringside from the IBA, from United Arab Emirates, Azerbaijan, Tajikistan, Moldova, and finally Kyrgyzstan. And when the action begins, your female referee in charge of the action, representing the home of global boxing, by way of Bosnia and Herzegovina, with referee Tina Politan. And now, region is first, fighting out of the black corner. Tonight he enters the ring, 29 years of age, weighing in officially at 62.8 kgs. He enters the ring holding a professional boxing record of 22 fights, 19 wins, 7 of those big wins coming in by way of knockout, and only 3 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome as we present Doamnelor și Domnilor, luptător de Romana, James Damien Chereji. And now, introduces his opponent, fighting out of the goal corner. Tonight he enters the ring, 26 years of age, an orthodox fighter. He enters the ring holding a professional boxing record, 3 wins, 1 knockout, and no losses. Standing at a height of 180 centimeters tall, presenting Damai Gospoda, pa priветствуем из Kokoma, Russia, Pavel Fedorov. The stage is set. Referee Tina Politan will now be giving her final instructions to the boxers.
Listen to me. Heads up, no holding, no low blows. Good luck.
So during those final instructions from referee Tina Politan, as underlined by the tail of the tape, Pavel Fedorov enjoying a considerable height advantage over his opponent James Chereji in this 63.5 kilogram light welterweight bout.
Box.
So we're underway then, 5 3-minute rounds in the light welterweight division between the man wearing black trunks trimmed with gold, that is James Chereji. 22 bouts in his professional career, 19 wins, 7 of them inside the distance, 3 losses, 1 of them coming via the short route as well. It's just his second bout of 2023. The man wearing white trunks trimmed with gold, who started very quickly indeed, is from right here in Russia, from Kokhmar, but represents and resides in Serbia, the capital Belgrade, whom he competed for at the 2021 IBA World Championships. He lost to the eventual silver medalist Kerem Özmen in the second preliminary round. Özmen was bested by Andy Cruz in the gold medal bout, and Fedorov, sharp shooting puncher, looking to turn his attribute of greater height and range and reach into an asset by keeping Chereji at bay with a long jab. That you see an exchange of jabs, and the bridge of Chereji's nose already reddened by that trip hammer left hand being snapped out by the man in white. Nice defense with the gloves to bat down the offense coming in from Chereji, but then good success to the body from the Romanian fighter in black. Beautiful left jab from Fedorov. That's incredibly sharp. In and out, back to the on-guard position at the same speed. And at its full extension, it jolted the head back of Chereji. Just trying to bamboozle his man by looking down at the canvas and then firing a shot from an unexpected angle. Fedorov really is amped up and energized here tonight. Beautiful right hook and left uppercut on the inside, trying to drop down to the body with a right cross. And often leading off with the right hand in his two-shot combinations. Beautiful left hand once again, as the face of Chereji continuing to redden in tint. Made to miss with the left jab because of the good sharp foot movement of Fedorov. 40 seconds remaining in this opening round, and Fedorov with an educated left hand. That one came out on a corkscrew to snake its way in between the defenses of Chereji. He's trying to bob and weave his way into his own range, but Fedorov not accommodating him by remaining a stationary target, always on the move, dodging, darting left and right behind quick twitch movements, and then planting his feet occasionally and teeing off with combinations. Very effective opening round from Pavel Fedorov, operating with his hands down by his belt line now. Some of the shots being blocked by the glove, but there's so many of them coming in from Fedorov that a significant number are getting through the Romanian boxer's attempted defenses. Very good opening 3 minutes from Pavel Fedorov. Some of the action from that opening round, which was started very briskly indeed by Fedorov. Wonderful left hand to the body beneath the right elbow of Chereji. So we go into the second round.
Time.
Tina Politan calling time after a tardy exit
Box.
by Chereji's corner team. Now the second round resumes, and my goodness, it's continuing in the same vein as the first, because that left hand continuing to be cracked out like a riding crop by Fedorov. Wonderful accuracy, and it's very sharp as well. Chereji not really able to get himself into the contest with any significant sustained success thus far, but he's continuing to press. Remember, it's the 5-round format. Chereji has been 8 rounds and indeed 10 rounds in his 12th professional contest, so won't hold any fears for him. The 5-round distance. As for Fedorov, he went the 6-round distance on his first 2 contests before ending his most recent contest at the back end of July, right here in Russia, in the 3rd round of a scheduled 6. Mentioned the fact that he transferred allegiance to Serbia, and he claimed his first national title in the 2020 edition of the Serbian National Championships. That over the 3-round format of IBA boxing, of course. And that's after making the podium twice in the Russian National Championships, but coming away with a silver in 2018 and a bronze in 2019. That switch of allegiance resulting in championship gold and indeed an appearance at the global extravaganza that is the IBA World Championships for Serbia as a home boxer at the Stark Arena in Belgrade in 2021. Double left hook from Fedorov. And again, may have been shaken up by that, because Chereji was just keen to hold on. Looking for the left hook to the body once again is Fedorov. Tucking up tightly is Chereji, but he's not really been able to avoid the punches. There's a good single jab pumped out twice by Chereji, but can he continue his activities, having success with his lead left hand here now? And that's a good right hand to the body as he tries to drag Fedorov into a contest at shorter range, at mid-range, that would more suit his stature and style. Good portion of the round for Chereji, perhaps his most sustained success of the entire contest, coming courtesy of effective singles with his left hand, followed by a right hand as well. Solid left jab once again for Chereji. Looks as though he's finding his range here now. His previous contest of this calendar year came in May, so maybe just had a little bit of ring rust to shed compared to the more active Pavel Fedorov, but he's having a strong conclusion to the second round. So no doubt Chereji will take encouragement from that as he makes his way back to the black corner. So one of the Uzbek coaches on hand to help out Pavel Fedorov. Gives you an idea as to the camaraderie and togetherness that exists as we take a look at some of the sharp shooting singles successes enjoyed by Fedorov. For Chereji, can he continue to build on the success that he enjoyed in the closing stages of that second round? Found the range with his left jab, had success with a right hand downstairs, and they were all at mid-range. He was able to overcome and negate the greater, longer reach of the man in white. Fedorov out to center ring and looking to establish control of distance with that left jab once again. All of Fedorov's professional contests have been in Russia.
No holding.
In addition to that global appearance, of course, it would have been very difficult to secure a Russian vest given the strength in depth that exists in Russia in IBA boxing over the 3-round format. But he did represent Russia at the under-22 European Championships in Romania in 2018. Wasn't able to progress beyond the first preliminary round, but again, just able to accrue and acquire more international experience. That same year, shared the ring with Andy Cruz, the 3-time IBA world champion, an Olympic champion from Tokyo. So that gives you an idea as to the level at which he has operated. Pavel Fedorov. As Chereji made his professional debut way back in 2013. An itinerant career, not afraid to pack his bags and fight on the road. Good work to the body with a 2-shot combination from Chereji. In 7 of his bouts, he won his first 17. And 16 of those first 17 came in Germany. Only fought in his homeland of Romania on 2 occasions, but has traveled down to Australia, fought in Uzbekistan and Kosovo. So a real have gum shield, will travel type operator. And again, anything but a journeyman, has plenty of ambition. But after winning his first 17, he's lost 3 of his last 5. So looking to get back on the winning track here tonight, but that anything but a straightforward mission against a boxer as sharp and as active as Pavel Fedorov. Fedorov, beautiful left uppercut, came behind a right hook and then a right uppercut, just getting between the defenses. But on the resumption, it's Chereji who tees off first. Fast flurry to conclude the 3rd round from Pavel Fedorov. Veteran Timur Kremlev shadow boxing the cameras here in Serpukhov. Enjoying the quality action that is taking place up in the boxing ring. So into the fourth round then. Active with that lead hand to the body is Fedorov. And trying to score with bent-arm punches of his own, but look at the gap that exists between them when Fedorov can establish that jab. Nice movement of the head, dipping at the knees, bobbing and weaving to get inside the shots, but he's not able to get his feet moving quickly enough to close the distance and launch an attack. Look at how far away that single phase attack was, and then Fedorov gets on his bike to increase the gap between the two. And Chereji not able to get inside with a sustained assault. Perhaps he'd be advised to launch a 2 or 3 phase attack, because it's very difficult to get in his own punching range from the distance that he's trying to launch it from with a single phase attack. And given the activity that is coming from the hands of Fedorov, well, with just a round and 2 minutes remaining or thereabouts in this contest, if Chereji doesn't want to fall to 4 defeats in his 23 contests, well, he's going to have to do something drastic and different. And again, he's continuing to shape up nicely, but everything is a single phase attack. There he lands with a left hand, but Fedorov intelligently ties him up to ensure that he can't build on the single shot success. So a frustrating opponent for Chereji to try and deal with. Mentioned the fact that he boxed in Uzbekistan during the course of his itinerant career. That was at the Humo Arena, where the World Championships were earlier this summer. Good 3-shot combination ended by that right hand beneath the left elbow, and then a right hand over the top was preceded by a left uppercut from Chereji. And again, punches in bunches, paying dividends for the man from Romania. Can he maintain his presence in that type of territory and continue to score effectively? He's going to need more of that sustained type pressure. Right hand over the top, not too far away. There's a beautiful half hook, half uppercut from the left hand. And that perhaps the best portion of the entire contest for James Chereji. Now, well, that's a good bent arm left jab to conclude that exchange from Chereji. But Fedorov, aware that he'd been scored upon, busy with his hands, not particularly accurate. Mentioned his contest in the Humo Arena in Tashkent at the back end of 2022. That was against the former IBF super featherweight world title challenger, John O'Carroll. Lost on a unanimous points decision over 8 against the Irishman. So strong conclusion to the round, ending with a straight right hand to the body by Fedorov, after Chereji had perhaps his best round of the entire contest, with that sustained burst of success by doubling and trebling up the attacks, keeping it going during the course of that penultimate round. This is where he had his success, getting into mid-range, bent-arm punches, where he was able to continually let his hands go and find a home for them. He wants to ensure that it isn't a case of one and done, because for my money, Chereji has got to produce an inside-the-distance victory here, or enjoy a massive final round where he sends Fedorov to the canvas repeatedly. But of course, that remains a distinct possibility in boxing. Fedorov will have to remain switched on, albeit not have his lights turned out. So into the final round then. In the preceding 4 rounds, Fedorov has got onto the front foot and kept his man at distance behind a long left jab, and here he's trying to employ the same tactic once again. But nice movement in the pocket. Good defense with the gloves from Chereji. But still continuing to pump out that jab, and it's keeping Chereji occupied. The incessant lead left hand of Fedorov. Because while he's dealing with that, there he got back with a left jab of his own. But for the first 35 seconds of the round, He was being fed a steady diet of leather from the lead left. Okay, was making the man miss and blocking some of the jabs that were coming in, but it was preventing him from getting his own offense away because he was being kept off balance by the lead left hand activity of Fedorov. Fedorov now on the back foot, using the space of the boxing ring. And again, his left hand is difficult to read as well. There he scored with a flashy right uppercut that preceded a left jab. So Fedorov showing variety, doesn't want to become predictable or easy to read. Chereji trying a corkscrew left, but short of the mark. And now Chereji pinning his man to the ropes and scoring with bent arm punches to the body. Fedorov tying his man up. Referee Napolitan intervenes with a command of break. Good double left hand from Chereji, but countered by a left hook to the body from Fedorov. Slapping punches at mid-range from Fedorov, landing with the inside part of the glove rather than the correct knuckle part of the glove. Now Fedorov looking to bring hooks into play, but a beautiful two-shot combination by Fedorov, ending with a left hook to the body. And again, his successes coming with bent arm work. Right hand, left hook to the body once again. Minute remaining in this final round. Chereji surely has got to put his man on the floor to even have a hope of getting himself back into this contest, but he's having success here in the fifth, just as he did in the fourth, when he gets into mid and short range and is able to unload bent arm punches. Invariably, it's a right hand to the head, left hook to the body, and he's had repeated success with it in these closing moments of the fifth round. Nice movement from Chereji to make the two-shot combination of Fedorov miss. But Fedorov keeping his composure very well, skipping around the clock face to present a different angle to his man, letting his hands go again, not necessarily scoring punches, but they are keeping Chereji occupied. Well, it was a good response by James Chereji, but I think it's a case of too little too late. And Pavel Fedorov, for my money, is going to extend his perfect professional record to 4-0. Because Fedorov made a very brisk start indeed. Everything built upon a terrific lead left hand. And then when Fedorov began to edge his way back in the contest and have more success at mid-range, particularly in rounds 4 and 5, well, I think this man had enough of an advantage under his belt that will see him over the line. But Chereji never stopped competing, but I don't think he has done enough to be declared the victor here tonight against the Russian representing Serbia, Pavel Fedorov. Some of the action from the contest, and that's where Fedorov began to be put under pressure by the bent arm work of Chereji. But I think he managed the bout very effectively indeed overall. So Napolitan just awaiting the arrival of both boxers. She will raise the hand of the victor, and for what it's worth, I happen to think that it will be this man, Pavel Fedorov, will be announced as the winner here tonight at the conclusion of that 63.5 kilogram light welterweight bout.
This bout comes to a close after the fifth round of both 3 minutes in a light welterweight 63.5 kg matchup. Before we go to the official judge scorecard, we'd like to kindly take a moment and invite a very special VIP guest for our awarding ceremony. Please put your hands together as we bring forward into the center of the ring our VIP guest, the board of director member of the International Boxing Association of the home of global boxing, Mr. Abdul Jawad Belhaj. Ladies and gentlemen, all the action here was brought to you live by a general sponsor, Liga Stavok. Generalni sponsor večera Boxe Noć Šampionov IBA, Liga Stavok. And now for the official judge's decision. After completing fifth round of both 3 minutes in a light welterweight 63.5 kg matchup, we go to the judges' scorecards, where all your judges have seen it the same way, ruling in favor of your winner by points, declared by unanimous decision, and stand!
Pavel Fedorov extends this unbeaten start to his professional career to 4-0. A unanimous points decision victor over James Chereji of Romania. Chereji, $10,000 better off after his efforts over the course of that 5-round contest. Never stopped competing and indeed enjoyed his best moments of the bout in pockets of rounds 4 and 5. But overall, Pavel Fedorov controlling the bout very well indeed and did a terrific job managing the distance behind a really active and accurate lead left hand.